just like how do I fucking do this? Alright, so say your enemies are like here. Whatever. Your enemies are on blue, and your healer is on green. A lot of the time, people will kind of just go like this. What am I trying to say? Let's say your healer's here. A lot of times you'll push in, and you'll be attacking blue, right? You'll be attacking blue, attacking blue, attacking blue. You're line of sighting your healer. Your healer has to come out to LOS to heal you out here. And a lot of times people will be fighting over here. Your healer can move around the back, but it's not very, like, you either want to be standing in this line or in this line. You don't want to be standing in this line because it's very hard for your healers to get. So you always have to keep, I guess the basic notion is that you always have to keep in mind your healer is 20 feet behind you. And like if you blink this way, you'll be losing a heal. You have to always keep in mind that your healer is right here. And yeah, a lot of people will just like run and just like lost their healer and be like, and then just die. If you're not losing your healer and you're not letting your healer get trapped or CC'd, like, you're gonna probably not die. Like, what am I trying to say? I guess losing your healer is just a really big issue when it comes to mages. Because you have blink and you have blazing speed and you have so much like mobility, a lot of the times you're just gonna be lining your healer. So yeah, always just keep in mind, there's your healer, there's your enemy. You want to be staying around this area. If you're blinking back and forth, constantly back this way, and then back this way, and then back this way, your healer is just going to be chasing you. Your healer is going to be here, trying to heal you, trying to heal you. Then the other way, he has to run all the way this, and then heal, and then you're already back the other way. And then he has to come back this way, and then back this way. Or, if you stay right around here, your healer can heal you flawlessly just by poking in and out, like this, between each CCP. And he's not going to get CC'd. So yeah, if this is the positioning, then you want to stay in between like here, just around purple, I guess. I mean, you can technically go as far as this, and as far as this, but you don't want to be going past red, because in your healer, you're going to be lining your healer. You don't really want to go past that. So I hope that helps a little bit with positioning. Against hunters, like mainly, what you want to be doing to eat traps as a mage, one, you can always be keeping your pet near your healer when you're attacking, but if you're lower rated, it's going to be pretty hard to be microing your pet when you're like killing the enemy. But yeah, if you're a better mage and you want to like improve your play, that's something you can definitely work on. Eat trap with pet. But I think the main one that anyone can like put into their gameplay right away is if you're staying around purple and attacking blue, the hunter is gonna have to push up to trap your healer. Say you're playing MLS and he's gonna trap your shaman. The hunter is gonna like move up slowly. It's gonna be really obvious. He's gonna like literally run to green, and you can just see this. Like all you have to do is just every time he does, you just blink right on top of the trap and then get it, and then come back in. You save every blink for that, and then just come back in, attack, attack, attack. I mean, it's only a trap once every 30 seconds, and you just keep an eye on the hunter, keep an eye on the hunter, keep an eye on the hunter, keep an eye on the hunter. Once every 30 seconds, boom, blink back the trap, you get it, and then keep going, keep going. There should be no reason to let your healer get trapped more than a couple times a game. Like they can cover it if they're really good, but even the best hunters don't cover every trap because you can't. I mean, you can't just save silent shot. Like a lot of the better hunters will scatter your healer in CSU, so you can't blink trap. But even then, you can still have pet. But yeah, tell your healer stay blink range. If your healer is say like right here, and he's pushing out way like too much, your healer shouldn't be here. Your healer should always be, you know, like right here. If your healers push up too far, tell him to get the fuck back. Because say you're at purple, and he gets trapped right in the middle, it's too far to blink, but you're going to blink past him. You always have to stay blink range as a healer, and that's something I tell my healers, dude. Stay blink range or else you're going to get fucking trapped. You either stay blink range or stay lost or something. Like, you can't be near me. You have to be far. Like, yeah. So healers playing with mages, stay far. Okay, I guess that sums up positioning. It's just know that, and it just changes on every map because the pillars are different. I guess just basically keep in mind your healer's behind you. Any movement you make, you might be lining your healer. As long as you stay in line of your healer and your healer stays out of CC, you're probably not going to die. When they pop cooldowns, all you have to do is just blink back, wait till the cooldowns, play like a bitch, turtle for a little bit, and then push back in. It's really that simple. You know, DK pops Gargan shit, blink back, push back in later. Or counter pressure, whatever you have to do. Okay, I might go over damage rotation next. Okay. Yeah, let's go over damage rotation. Okay, so a lot of mages don't use Incanner's Word like they should. Like, especially low-rated mages. A lot of low-rated mages, I've done lessons before, and a lot of people say, like, it's like, so when do you use Incanners? And they'll be like, oh, I'll use it when I use Temp Shield, or something like that. Incanners is your #1 offensive spell. It increases your spell damage by, where the fuck are the test dummies here? It increases your spell damage by 10%, or so 15. 15% damage, spell damage, whenever you have Incanners up. So before every swap, actually, I guess even simpler than that, always keep Incanners up. If you read the tooltip, it lasts for 25 seconds and has a 25-second cooldown. So you can keep up Incanners the entire match. More advanced play is holding your Incanners against like hunters and DKs because you know they're going to steal it. But honestly, at low level play, or even decent level play, use Incanners on cooldown. Make sure that ability is never on or never off cooldown. Like, you always want to use it. You always want to use Incanners. 15% spell damage. You do not want to swap without Incanners. It's like an unused trinket. It's where mages get their damage. Like, if you swap without Incanners, you're gonna hit like a bitch, and it's not gonna be fun. So yeah. So have Incanners up. Alright. So let's do a basic opener out of stealth. Usually you're gonna be invis. You're gonna set something to a focus, and you're gonna be attacking the other guy. You're gonna want to usually come out with a poly or a ring, unless it's like something that can CS you. So if it's, alright, I guess I invis too early. If it's a hunter, you want to try to poly or ring the healer, but you're gonna have to line the hunter so he doesn't silent shot you. If there is no line for the silent shot, don't poly or don't ring. Just save it and just like CS healer, maybe into a palm sheep after that. But yeah, if your ring or poly is gonna get stopped, don't even try, because it is. You're gonna get silent shot and frost, and you're gonna have the shittiest open of your life. You might as well just like you know, start offensively. But yeah, basic opener. Try to get a ring off. I guess I'll just ring this guy. On use, Icy Veins. Pet Nova, the guy you want to go on. Living Bomb. This right here is going to give you a Living Bomb into a Pet Nova. It's going to be critting over and over throughout the entire, throughout the opener, which is amazing. Wait for your Surge of Dominance to proc. From here, you probably want to Incanners, because you're going to be hit. You're going to have Surge of Dominance. You're going to have your On Use. You're going to have Icy Veins. You're going to have the Living Bomb into the Pet Nova that's critting over and over. I guess I'll explain that for a sec, but people don't know. If you Pet Nova and then Living Bomb into it, or any Nova, Living Bomb into it, it's going to crit even after the Living Bomb breaks. Even after the Nova breaks, the Living Bomb's going to crit for the entire duration, so it's really OP. Basically, you're going to have Incanners, On Use, Insignia, Veins. You're going to have everything up. Basic opener. You're gonna orb after that. You're gonna have, you know, 2 procs. I'm just gonna alter now. So you alter with everything. This is, I don't have everything, but you will have everything. And you're just gonna spam lands. Spam lands. Nova, spam lands. That's gonna be like your opener. I mean, like pretty much every fucking game is that's your opener. You're gonna have maybe like 5 or 6 lances hitting for 80k. You're gonna have incanners powering it. You're gonna have your on use. You're gonna have your equip trinket. You're gonna have veins. You're gonna have orb. You're gonna have the living bomb into the Nova. You're just gonna basically, you know, force a lot of fucking pressure. The things going on behind the scenes are ceasing the healer. So if you can get a ring or a poly, that's really good. You gotta watch out for trinkets. You gotta keep it on your focus while you're doing that, while you're altering and spamming lands. If you can't get it, you're gonna have to do some kind of CC. So if it's a druid, you're gonna want a deep, so he can't Iron Bark inside the deep because he can Iron Bark through silences. If it's not a druid, you can just CS. If they trinket the CS, you can pump sheep. You can't actually sheep the test on me. Yeah, so you basically ceasing focus target and doing your burst on the main target. That burst, once again, is on use Icy Veins, Pet Nova, Living Bomb, Orb, Alter, and Spam Lands. It's down below my FAQ too if you missed that. Basically, just keep spamming while ceasing your off target. Very generally, that's mage openers. A question I get asked a lot is, how do I do consistent damage throughout the game? Like, I feel like I have no damage. Like, what do I do? Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, like, in the middle of a game as a mage. It's a good question. I guess the answer is, like, you're right. Like, mages don't have consistent damage at all. Like, mages have 2 phases. They have an offensive phase and a defensive phase. Your offensive phase is with your orb deep, you're spamming lance, you're CCing, and you're fucking shit up. Your defensive phase is you're running, you're spell stealing, you're polying, you're controlling the pace of the game, you're ring of frosting, you're novaing, you're just controlling everything. That's your job as a mage. So you don't have consistent pressure as a mage. Like, you never will. Like, mages have burst and they have control. Those are the 2 things mages have. So you open hard with burst. Once your burst is over, you control everything. You poly everything. You run. You reset. You kind of just wait till your next orb is up. You're kind of just hanging out, spell stealing. You're priming up targets. You're polying. You're just controlling everything, so that they can't fuck you up in the meantime. Then when your orb's back up, this time they're not gonna have their cooldowns that you just got from the first orb. They're not gonna have trinket. They're not gonna have like whatever IBF, like, any cooldowns you just force, and you kill them. Yeah. So I guess generally, just during the game, you're going to be going back and forth between those 2 phases. Just offensive and defensive mage play. You're going to be fucking shit up, then you're going to be running. You're going to be fucking shit up, then you're going to be running. Back and forth. There's no... I'm just going to hit this guy like a little bit. Like that's more of like a hunter or a feral or like a DK. Like you don't have just like a little bit of random damage. You have either kill or you have peel. Okay, so I could go over macros. Are you recording this? Yeah, I'm going to make a VOD of it. Okay. Do rotation one more time. It's in the FAQ, and I'm also going to VOD this. Okay, so macros. I can go over all my macros real quick. That's actually good. This is T-Morph. Arcane Intellect macro. Just gives me fucking Arcane Intellect and uses my Alchemist Flask. You only need this if you're Alchemy. It's a good macro if you're an Alchemist because it'll always keep up your Alchemy buff without having to worry about it. This is probably the macro I get asked about the most. My Alter Time macro. I have 2 Alter Times on my bars. One is this, and the second one is just a normal one from the spellbook. 2 separate binds. This makes it spammable. You can spam it as many times as you want, and it'll only happen once. It's because it's really easy to double click alter. My second one makes me go back. It's just as simple as that. So first one, spam alter time.